Welcome back to the news at 10. The two persons accused of unlawful importation of 661 pump-action rifles have indicated their intention to enter into a plea bargain with the prosecution. The second and third defendants, Oscar Okafor and Donatus Achinola, who were among the 5 persons prosecuted by the federal government, have indicated their intention to change their plea to guilty. The 5 defendants were arraigned by the Attorney General of the Federation on June the 14th before the Federal High Court in Lagos. They had all pleaded not guilty to the 8 charges brought against them. However, the judge directed the defendants to notify the AGF of their intention and then adjourned to September the 26th. The accused persons have been charged with crimes which border on conspiracy, importation of prohibited firearms, forgery, uttering of forged documents, and bribery. The Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano is soliciting the support of residents and indigents of the state ahead of the governorship election scheduled for November the 18th. Following outreach visits to organizations with large followership, such as the Assemblies of God Church in Awka and the Christaco organization in Aguleri, the leaders gave the assurance of their support.
Excitement greets Governor Willie Obiano as he walks into the district headquarters of the Assemblies of God Church in Awka, Anambra State. The obviously elated governor, accompanied by the national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Victor Oye, is on a visit to solicit their support in the forthcoming governorship election in the state. The district superintendent of the church commends the governor's leadership qualities.
Is it the construction of so many good roads that you are doing? Is it the payment of workers that you are making? Sir, is it the settlement of gratuity of retirees that have been weeping and crying for help? You came as a
Aguleri is the next port of call where over 3,000 members of Chris Carter organization gather to drum their support for the governor.
Come 18th of November, all of us, I mean all of us, we are going to show that appreciation by voting for our dear governor, Apopolitian Global.
And then a campaign song from the national chairman of ABGA, dedicated to him to thrill the crowd.
He's a governor that is compassionate. That is why Anambra people should stand firmly behind this governor.
For the governor, infrastructural projects that will support farming in Anambra East will be put in place, including tackling the challenges of flooding in the area.
We have built bridges to link their farmlands together, and this flood has affected them immensely, and we have plans to assist them.
As the countdown to the November 18th poll continues, Governor Obiano appears inclined to close every gap with his people and secure their full support for re-election.
The Research and Development Fair and Conference of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board has commenced in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. The conference is to provide a forum for researchers, inventors as well as startups to meet with the end users to, among other things, promote activities of indigenous players. Our correspondent Ini John Mekwa reports.
The Nigeria oil and gas industry is well represented here as the Content Development and Monitoring Board discusses enhancing value creation, technology development and economic growth through research and development at the Research and Development Conference and Fair for 2017. Apart from industry players, investors, finance enterprises and manufacturing companies have come to learn about opportunities exposed by research.
It is essential an investment in technology and future capabilities which is transformed into new products, processes and services.
Globally, the oil industry is driven by research findings, an example of which is the use of robots in hostile and remote operating environments.
Participants agree that the conference comes at the right time, especially with global plans for alternatives to petrol and diesel engines, and this added to the impacts of reduction in oil prices.
It has shown us how and why we need to be more resilient. And to be resilient, we need to innovate. And to innovate, we need to make significant investments in research and development.
Ladies and gentlemen. Apart from emphasis on the importance of research in the oil and gas industry, the conference serves as a perfect platform for the launch of the maiden edition of the Research and Development Journal, which documents 33 articles from thematic areas, which include local raw material substitution, environmental safety, and others. It's also an opportunity to show achievements of the industry so far. Companies based and operating in different parts of the country proudly exhibit their products and services. The fair ends on the 27th of September 2017. Ini John Mekwa reporting for Channels Television News.
Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Melinda Akinlami.
You first. First Bank.
Many thanks, Ijoma. Less than 24 hours ahead of the announcement of the key monetary policy, Nigeria's central bank today injected a fresh round of $195 million into the forex market. The bank offered $100 million to wholesale interventions, while $50 million is offered to the small and medium enterprises. The financial regulator's latest forex supply brings the total amount of interventions on the forex market just a shy away from $10 billion since it began in February this year. Analysts expect the CBN's Monetary Policy Committee to retain the monetary policy rate at 14% and other key parameters. The Nigerian government, in partnership with Ajib Exploration and Shell Nigeria, is set to launch the Zabazaba oil field in OPL 254, worth $13.5 billion. This follows the completion of the technical and commercial evaluation of bids for the construction of floating production storage and offloading units, as well as subsea installations for the deep-water oil field. Zabazaba Deepwater Project, which is similar to Total's Egina Deepwater Project, is a greenfield offshore license block located in the eastern part of the Niger Delta region with proven reserves of 560 million barrels of oil. The Nigerian Stock Exchange suffered a 32% loss in revenue last year, but made up with some 27 million naira in profit. And these details emerged from the annual general meeting of the Bourse, which produced a new president in council, Mr. Abimbola Ogunbanjo. Some key members of the NSE Council talked about the highlights of the financial statement. As the financial markets in Nigeria await the central bank's monetary policy decision with bated breath, the equities market ends the first day of the last week of September negative. Chimeze Obiwaru tells us more.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Investors of the Nigerian equities market were very cautious in today's trading as the members of the Monetary Policy Committee begin the two-day rate decision meeting. Well, the market is anxiously expecting the decisions of the MPC, which will be read out tomorrow. And even though consensus opinion is the decision will remain unchanged, the off chance of a tinkering in any of the parameters cannot be ruled out, especially with the positive macroeconomic data making the rounds. Now, the index dropped 0.37%, driven by losses recorded in the industrial goods sector, which lost 1.13%, and the consumer goods sector, which also lost 0.81%. The Nigerian Stock Exchange also appointed Mr. Abimbola Ogunbanjo as the next president of the council. Total volume of transaction was 107.14 million shares, valued at 1.36 billion naira in 2,848 deals. On the price movement chart, Jay's Bank led the losers, down by 4.29%, while Fixin led the gainers by 5%. Aside from the MPC decisions, the third quarter 2017 earnings season is another major catalyst for the market going forward. And that was the stock market report. I'm Chimeze Obi Iwago.
Many thanks, Chimeze. The tension between North Korea and the United States, the results of Germany's election, and the resumption of Brexit talks in the United Kingdom put the world's leading stock market in mixed territory. Here are the figures for Monday. That's Business News Tonight. It's back to you, Joma.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Melinda. A new block of classrooms, a library, are just some of the facilities commissioned by Nigerian breweries at the Special Education Center for Exceptional Children in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The gesture is in honor of Imo Essien, winner of the 2016 Maltina Teacher of the Year Award, who also received a 1 million naira cash prize, among other benefits. The managing director and CEO of Nigerian breweries said the award is meant to encourage teachers to put in their best.
Established in 1989, the Special Education Center for Exceptional Children in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State is now getting a facelift, courtesy of Nigerian Breweries PLC. The school is home to students with special needs as well as others without special needs, who through the years have maintained a high standard of learning and won many accolades. Government officials, management and staff of Nigerian Breweries PLC gather here to commission the 6th classroom block equipped with modern learning facilities donated by Maltina in recognition of excellence, diligence and hard work. For the company's corporate affairs advisor, Mr. Kufuri Ekanem, the Maltina Teacher of the Year initiative was hinged on a realization that teachers hardly get the recognition they deserve in spite of the pivotal role they play in education.
The essence of the Maltina Teacher of the Year program is to find, so first thing is to find, to showcase, to recognize and to reward exceptional teachers around the country.
The state government lauds the Nigerian breweries for the initiative aimed at celebrating exceptional teachers in Nigeria.
Commend Nigerian breweries, Felix Ohiweri Education Trust Fund for this magnanimity which they have displayed.
For the proud man of the moment, Essien Imo, who for 16 years taught GSS 1 to SS3 students computer science, the title of Maltina Teacher of the Year 2016 is a departure from the saying, the teacher's reward is in heaven.
No matter what every other person would want to be, I always want to be a teacher.
The Maltina Teacher of the Year is an initiative of the Felix Ohiwere Education Trust Fund, established in 1994 by the Nigerian Breweries PLC, with a take-off capital of 100 million naira to assist the company play a more active role in the development of education.
Still ahead on the news at 10, West Brom midfielder Gareth Barry breaks all-time Premier League appearance with his record 663rd game in the English top flight. That's on sports. Just stay with us.